Welcome to Until Dawn, a brand new AAA horror game that is supposed to be very good and where your choices actually matter.
Alright, we're safe.
Until Dawn isn't perfect, but it is fascinating. Developed by Supermassive Games and published by Sony for the PS4 in 2015, it is a horror game that molds itself based on your decisions. There are 8 main characters who go up to a lodge a year after a tragedy struck there. I decided to discuss this game because of how much there is to talk about. The game itself is incredible, but it wasn't always so polished. It went through development hell, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Supermassive Games started working on the game in 2008, with the goal for it to be on the PS3. Which is exactly what I'm going to be talking about in the next section. Woo! Sadly, there isn't much known about this build or builds of this version of the game. Basically, there's been a couple clips from trailers of the Move controller and some screenshots and leaked videos, but besides that, there's pretty much nothing. I mean, there's some recordings of the main menu, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think there's any playable builds. So, this is pretty much lost media. This is really interesting to me. Especially since the main character reminds me of Mike a lot, just of his design alone. I wonder if he turned into Mike. I don't know. I just came back to this. Apparently the UD archive, they have found a lot of clips and an entire episode 4 build of the game. The game looks a lot more like a murder mystery than the slasher horror that we know the game as today, which is really fascinating. I also think it's fascinating how they're investigating Hannah's death. I guess that never changed. But the thing that did change is that the 2 main characters, Scott and Summer, I think. I have garbage memory. But they both realize in this episode that the killer might be somebody in their group. So I was like, ooh. That's what I'm saying, murder mystery energy. But again, besides this, there's not much that, sadly. I have no clue if the Wendigos are even in this version. I doubt it. But it's still interesting to look back on, what they originally planned the game out to be. Oh yeah, it's also in first person, obviously. So yeah, wasn't really choice-based either. But don't worry, in this next couple builds of the game, you'll definitely see the Until Dawn energy. Can I talk normally for 2 seconds? A lot of people consider this the official beta of Until Dawn because a lot of the same plot points happen, and there are a lot of builds out from the game that are almost identical to what happens in the final version. For example, Samantha's bath, the scene of Chris and Ashley exploring, trying to find Sam, I presume. Again, my memory's really bad. I just think it's interesting. The only things that are noticeably different is that Dr. Hill's gone. A lot of the character designs are obviously different. And the only 2 actors who have stayed the same is Chris and Matt. Not Matt, Mike. It's Chris and Mike. I know a lot of people thought Hannah and Beth's voice actress was in this version, but I'm pretty sure she denied that on a live stream. Still though, I do really like the beta version. It's clear that they're trying to test out like what they wanted to do, especially since it's not going to be, I mean, it was on the PS3, this version. The one that we know today is obviously on the PS4. So I'm assuming they're just experimenting with technologies, and I really like it. Especially the old intro. I kind of wish they kept it, honestly. I know why they didn't, but it has a very interesting like energy to it. So yeah. Another interesting change is that Josh's fake death scene, you don't really see like a saw blade or anything. It's just him being strung up, which I think is really interesting. Maybe it was a placeholder, I don't know. Another thing I wanted to mention is that the ending is completely different from the one we know today. The ending is Sam like going down the mountain while the window is like on top of this like golf cart looking thing. And I just no. I am so glad they changed that because it looks pretty climactic, honestly. And that's the end of the video. The rest is history, really. Um, Thank you so much for watching or listening to me ramble for like the past like 3-4 minutes. If you want more of this content, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel. If not, then like do whatever. It's your life, but I don't know. I'm really happy with this video. So, if you are too, then again, let me know. Maybe subscribe, I don't know. Get into your life. That's it though. Have a good day.